Well, howdy doody. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. What do we take to the show? Hey, everybody. Hey. You know what that is? Do you know what that is? Ronaldo knows what it is. Read it in my comments from the good morning conversations of the rag on, as Gail would say. Gail's back on the channel. I get it. She wants to let me know what's right versus wrong, so I get it. It's all good. But here we are. What are you going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to take? The Honda Civic? Well, that ain't mine. The Bison? What is this thing? Is that a Tacoma? Is that a Toyota? Oh, it's a Chevy. Yeah, it's a Chevy Colorado. Wow, looks kind of like a Toyota Tacoma. Or wait a second, does the Toyota new Tacoma look like the Chevy Colorado? I think Toyota copied Chevy, personally. We're going to take the Super Bee. What am I doing? I don't know. I need to be cutting grass, weed whacking. Who the hell wants to do that? So here we are, once again, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Now, didn't include the motorcycles, but a year ago, I had a lot of options. I literally had a vehicle a day per month. There's a deer. There's a good old deer hanging out. So I literally had enough vehicles that I could drive a different vehicle every day of the month. Did you know that? For the most part, that's pretty close, pretty accurate. I may be off by a few days. Here we are a year later, and with all the repossessions, I'm down really now just to 2, can you believe it? 2 cars. Wow. So what am I doing? I'm going to take the Camaro up to get it cleaned up. I just am so sick of cleaning cars. I am so sick of washing a car that I'm going to go to my local car wash. Yeah, I'm going to take this thing here. I like the paint's in pristine condition. But I have to go to the pull-through match style car wash. But I'm already getting in the car, and I've already made a huge mistake. I got to get back out of the car, which this isn't easy. As you get older in life, getting in and out of cars, I got to get my freaking gate opener, barn opener. It's never simple. Yeah, I'd rather just drive up the road, sit in the car, and get all the dirt off of it instead of me polishing this thing, which I've done a gazillion times. I ain't lying, but this is a great car. It is incredible how all the Ford stuff is gone, and I'm back to the true beginnings of who I am, which is I'm really a Chevy guy turned Mopar guy. Never a Ford guy growing up. Never. And then Ford got me addicted. See, Ford, in so many ways, Ford was the more aggressive company on finances. This is the challenge of the lifetime of getting a seatbelt on your car. Jesus Christ. So yeah, once again, Ford, in so many ways, so many people think that I'm just trying to blame all my problems on other people. I'm really trying to share my life's experiences with you so you don't go down the same cornhole that I've gone down, and to realize that the car industry only has one thing. The only thing they have is they want to sell a car to you and make as much money as possible off of you, and have you take full responsibility of the good and the bad. I can't figure out if my barn doors are working. So for you and I, we support the car industry that literally manages and controls you and punishes you if you don't abide by their rules. And the marketing for the car industry is massive. I've talked about this in great length, so it's just redundant conversation here on my channel. But anyways, I'm here in the Camaro, and it's the last surviving vehicle besides the Charger in my fleet. But you go back so many years ago, and I really mainly only had just trucks and SUVs. I didn't really have, per se, specialty cars. I I've usually just had more trucks and SUVs because that's what I lived out of to work and run my business. So these cars never really worked. It just wasn't comfortable, practical. So here we are in the Camaro. And the thing about these cars, like this car here, this car is 10 years old. As of September, I think it was its birth date. So I think this car was born September of 2015, I think. And so this car's coming up on a real 10-year car. It'll be one of the oldest cars I've owned, and this in so many ways now is the longest car that I've owned that's still in the fleet, with the exception of the Super Bee, the Dodge Charger back there, the Plum Crazy. So I'm going to run over the mountain to a car wash where they have a pull-through on a mat clean capability, because the local car wash I have, the front clip on this will be too low and it won't go through the car wash without damaging the front clip, that lower clip, if you know what I'm talking about, the front end. So when you're in this car here, it really is so much fun because just listen to the exhaust mode, and it's a manual transmission, which is such the rare vehicle, which it really is. I mean, the manual transmission these days are not by any means a dime a dozen purchase. It's a very small generation. With electric cars on our doorstep, all the technology, it's all definitely more favoritism to automatics, DCTs over the manuals. And where I live, if you're really commuting on a daily basis, where I live, a manual is the worst thing you can ever buy, because you're going to be constantly shifting to get around because of the stop and go traffic. So I would only own a manual car like this car if it's just my play car, my toy car, which that's what it is. As we get up over the mountain here, and we have some more fun and other things today, which, like I say, I really need to get motivated and jump on my lawnmower and cut grass, which I'm just not motivated. I'm just not motivated to have that. I'm just not motivated to go cut grass. I'm sick of it. So I'm pushing it as far along as I can, just because I don't feel like cutting grass every week. And you know what? The property doesn't look perfectly pristine. I don't care. I mean, at some point in life, you're like, everything, we live in this society, everything has to be so perfect. Are you just sick of that? Are you just sick of that? Having to have the perfect credit score, the perfect wife or husband, the perfect kid, you know, the perfect grounds of your property. I mean, come on, man. What's going on in our world? Everything has to be perfect. You have to go to church every Sunday, and you go to work like a good little boy or girl, and you behave like a good little boy or girl. I mean, that's where we are, everybody. Social media has an impact on that. If your kid does something wrong, you're called out. Or if your kid's doing great, everybody's jumping up and down for you. I mean, come on. All right, the content going. And that's the thing I was mentioning this morning is, with all the repos gone, Gail is making comments that I'm losing subscribers. I don't know. I've seen my subscriber base jump up and down. I mean, I've seen that many times. I see a few come, a few go. But I think to myself, what's in it for you at this point? I mean, it's a lot more negativity than positivity in some ways, because you're seeing me go through the dire straits of losing all this crap and having to suffer the consequences of the big auto and the big banks now going after me for foolish decisions of buying a material item that has no value. It really doesn't. Really, it does value. It doesn't. It's a 50% loss once you buy a car. It's not 25. It's a 50% loss for the most part. If you factor in how much money you have to pay into a car and then what you're going to get out of it, it's huge. There's just nothing there. It's the worst. It's the worst possible thing you can do is take your money and spend it on cars. You go broke. Ask me how I know. But the whole point is, yeah, so what does the channel, what does my channel bring to the community of all the fun? But for me, it's incredible how there's over 4,000 videos of a lot of fun content, but those just get kicked under the bridge. And then from Gail's perspective, if I republish those videos that a lot of people haven't seen from years ago, then I'm doing a big no-no on the YouTube channel. You know, so anyways, it just doesn't end. For me, it's like, yeah, but for all that effort and time and work I put in those videos, when I was a much smaller base of maybe 1,000 subscribers, most of you don't know about those videos. You haven't seen them. You don't know how to find them. So I tried to bring them to light. And now I'm being called out on that. You know, you're damned if you do good, you're damned if you do bad. What is the word? I don't even know, to be honest with you. Shifting here isn't easy doing what I'm doing right now, but I'm making it all work just to make a video for you, which I do. I keep the video and the noise going day in, day out on what I can maybe bring as entertainment to you. Listen to me run my mouth and go blah, 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 blah. So here we are in the back, and just kind of following through on the morning comments. Ronaldo's all amped up, which I like it. He's fairly participating in the commenting section. And yeah, he's the guy that's more on the page of the big auto industry and big banks. They ain't the nicest people. And they really have screwed the pooch. And Brett's taking sides with Trump that the Bureau of Labor Statistics is not correct, and that Donald Trump fired the head chief because it's a Biden carryover, and this person favored Joe Biden on presenting false labor numbers, and now that Trump's in, Trump feels like she's providing Trump feels like she's providing false labor numbers to his disadvantage. So that's why you're firing. So it's the never-ending political agenda that runs the country of your emotions and feelings. And once again, the electric vehicle revolution that Joe Biden brought to the country has created huge hardships on the people like me and the whole ice age infrastructure of the car industry, where you and I have been sucker punched to pay a hell of a lot of money for these ICE vehicles because of the EV crossover revolution. Yeah, and I've had that conversation a gazillion times. You've heard it. It's redundant. I get it. There's the old retro, which, that thing just doesn't grab it for me. Hard to believe how many cars I've owned. If you think about it, I've had like every freaking car design and everything you can imagine. And it's all on my channel. It's all on my channel, but who goes and looks for those old videos? Not many. I never hear, what's incredible on my channel, I never hear ever a person comment on my channel, oh, I dug up this old video that I watched. What a really great video. I never hear that. I never. So it's like all the work for all that video content, it's for nothing. It's for nothing. It's all archived. And for everybody on my channel, they don't dig or look for this stuff. They're just looking for me to publish yet another new video to run my mouth, and either you like what I'm saying for a few minutes in, or you don't, and you just click it off. But meanwhile, all the other videos that I went through great work and extensive time are nothing. And like I say, I don't think there's one comment anywhere in my channel where somebody has said, hey man, I watched one of your older videos and wow, that's really unique. I usually have to publish them to get anybody to listen to this, me say something. Here I am trying to drive everybody. Once again, the Iceman trying to give you guys content. I risk my life. I go broke just for social media, only in the end to have people just tell me how to live my life. And then people get angry at me. Because they think I'm angry at them. Well, I'll just tell you, hearing the never-ending how to run my channel and how to live my life, it just gets old. Let me tell you how to run your life. I mean, sincerely. And then now it'll get too personal, and then people will be like, I'm out, I'm done. I mean, I'm sincere in that. People will be like, I'm done. Because if I call you out for how you live your life and tell you how to live your life and run your channel, how do you feel? Come on. And so people get like, why do you get angry sometimes? Well, it's because of the crap of comments that I read and listen that are just beyond borderline ridiculous. Well, whatever. It's never about the content. That's what cracks me up. Rarely do the commenters make comments on the actual content. It's more about me. So how do I make my living off it if I'm not entertaining, just it's all about me? How the hell can I cash in on that? Because it's obvious the content that I talk about doesn't really so much draw you to the channel. It's more of my personality of how I talk and what I do. So how do I change that angle on my channel to start making money off of social media? There you go. I don't know. Last time I drove this car, I should be in jail. That's the danger of these cars, is you get the guy that pulls up next to you that wants to be the hot shot, and then you're like, oh, you think you got something? Let me show you what I got. And then it turns into you're hauling ass, and the next thing you know is pew, pew. Yep. And then you got a reckless driving ticket, and then you only hope and pray you beat that one. Yeah, that's the challenge with driving around in fast, fancy cars. It is. All right, now this car wash usually is pretty cool because it's not that busy. It's pretty quiet. It's not a big car wash, but it's nice about it. It has a mat that pulls you through. That's what makes this a better way to clean this car. Right. Cool guy here. The computer broke right when I showed up. And I have like 2 or 3 accounts. He's like, yeah, you're good. Like, I'll pay you if you don't believe me. He's like, nah. He's like, you can do it. But here we are. So I was telling him the reason I come here because this mat, you don't have a rail system. He's like, yeah. It's like I had a guy in a BMW here yesterday where that car was like slammed. He's like, he was even amazed it even got onto this thing here. So he understands why somebody like me would bring my car here. I used to bring my dualies here as well, but I don't have the dually anymore. If you're a dually guy, most car washes, you can't take them there because the rail system, you need a mat, where this is a rolling mat that just pulls you along. And, for me, and I would be like, oh, you're doing so much harm. Like, this paint's already... This paint by no means is in pristine condition. If it was, yeah, I wouldn't do this. If this paint was perfectly, no scratches, no flaws, I would not do this. But this thing here, nah. It is what it is, everybody. So I'm getting more comments. I gotta link these. Some of these comments are like reading a book. Joe, the Joe guy, he just sent me a comment. That's like reading a book. See if I can get to it before I get out of the car wash. So here, look at this here. This is like reading a book, man. So it's now questioning my authority. That's what it turns into. It turns into the tit for tat. What you think versus what I think, and what the hell is going on. Alright, I gotta stay focused here because otherwise I'll lose my focus and something bad will happen. Yeah, see, for me, back at my house, it turns into an hour project. But the biggest thing is, back at the house, those German Shepherds want to jump up on the damn hose all the damn time. So I gotta get this thing out of here now. He's telling me to go. So I slowly move out and now do the wipe down. But they don't do the tires here, which I don't really care. But and this is a lot easier for him than if I had any cash on me, I'd give him something, but I don't think I do. Nope, I don't. Oh well. All right, she's all prettied up. Look at that, man. See, that's nice. I like that. You know, I haven't driven through the town of Purcellville in ages. It's just the flow of traffic and how you drive around. And I mean, this doesn't look any different than it did 30 years ago I drove through here, but it's just the point that, wow. Joe, one of the subscribers here who's very interactive on my channel, very nice comment. He was asking me this morning about, you know, what was the real drive of buying all these cars. And he said he remembers me saying on my channel like a year ago that I was buying these cars to drive the attention. I really thought that over the years of buying all these cars, trading cars, car reviews, I mean, I really thought I would be much more on the radar screen of the crazy car guy that would draw a lot of people to my channel. And you know, it's just amazing that I don't know of anybody else there in the YouTube community or social media that did what I did. I don't know of anybody. I'm not saying the guy that brags that he bought 79 cars last year, he doesn't have a YouTube social media. So even though he claims he did that, he says he did it, did he really do it? I have no idea. Does he have video of him doing all these 79 car purchases? So why wouldn't he have made a YouTube channel? If you're buying 79 cars a year, personally, I mean, that's insane. You're talking basically 6 cars a month, close to 7. Or that's basically just about 2 cars a week that you're going out and buying cars. Now, would that be a lot of YouTube content, social media? That would be, could you even imagine if I was making videos every week of me buying 2 cars a week? Could you even imagine the content I could have with that? So the whole point is, as far as the social media world goes, nobody has ever sent me a link to another YouTuber that accomplished and did what I did on my channel of buying an average of 30 plus cars a year, you know, year in, year out in my channel. And then motorcycles and all these things I was buying and buying and trading and buying, trading and buying. And then, you know, sharing with you the experience of going to the car dealership, going through driving the car, test driving the car, negotiating and going back, trading something in, and then buying the car, bringing the car home, talking about the car. I mean, think about all the hours and hours and hours that I put into this channel. I mean, it's beyond believable of how many. I don't think the average person even understands this. Why do people like, well, you seem to be kind of disappointed or angry? You go, yeah. You know how much work I put in this channel for what? To now be going for tit for tat, where it's not really about the content. It's all about me telling me how to live my life and then how to run my channel. It's like, are you kidding me? It's so bad. It really is. That's why, you know, it's borderline, like, it just isn't worth it anymore. I mean, borderline. Some days I think, you know what? It's not worth it. It's literally, this channel has turned into a micromanaging my life from others, which I don't like. I don't like. Let me micromanage your life. How would you feel if I start critiquing the way you live your life? Yeah, I mean, I can guarantee you'd be like, why are you doing that? Well, that's what you do to me. So the whole point is, all the years of all the driving around, all the video, and what has it brought? So it's the cheater system, everybody. I've talked about it. It's the cheater system. To be a social media star, you gotta lie and you gotta cheat, everybody. And you gotta bribe and pay people off to make you look big. That's the reality. And if anybody like, no, I'm telling you right now, I know. It's all fake. Fake. That's all it is, everybody. That's the society we live in. Our government is fake. The media personalities are fake. Journalism is fake. The movies are fake. We can go through the list of everything that's fake that gets you off on watching this fake entertainment. That's the world we live in. And now artificial intelligence is here They're here to only even make it even more fake. Beyond believable. Beyond believable of where we are, where the biggest hit is going to be fake entertainment through artificial intelligence. Elon Musk is pushing this stuff already like you can't believe. And you know what he uses as the theme to lure you into his grok, his apps, his women. He uses pretty women to get you to create your content. Using women. That's where it's all at, everybody. Yeah. You building your own personal girlfriend. It's crazy stuff that's getting ready to go on in our society. It already is. You creating your girlfriend, your fake relationship. It's beyond believable. Listen to this car. Hey, come on, man. Is this thing badass or what? It really is. I'm just driving this thing to get some driving time on it because it's just not good for these cars to sit around. It just isn't. So I'm just doing some joy time riding. That's all I'm doing. And airing out the frustration, vetting the aggravation of the social media crap you go through. And does it ever bring anything? Once again, up where I live, nobody drives the speed limit. This is 55 on our road. 55 on our road. Look. I'm at 70 miles an hour, and I'm not even overtaking anybody. Now, if a cop was up the road and I was all by myself, he'd have every right to pull me. Especially if there's no other cars on the road.